Hi everybody. I hope everybody is having a great New Year's Day. I know it's been a minute since I've done a video. I've been kind of sick and then the holidays came up. And so I did get some new makeup and I just want to try it out. And let's see how it goes. First, I am going to do my eyebrows. And what I'm using for this is the Precision My Brow Pencil from Benefit. And so all I'm going to do is take the brush end and brush my eyebrows up. That way when I go in with the pencil, I can kind of see what needs to be filled in. And I'm not going to do like a super glam look. I'd wanted to go on live yesterday, but with it being New Year's Eve and I was just kind of doing stuff around the house. I still have to take my Christmas decorations down, which I plan on doing that tomorrow. But yeah, so this right here is an e.l.f. eye primer. And just got this the other day. And so far, I'm quite liking it. So all I'm going to do is put some of my eyelids. And this has really, I've tested it out a few times. And this has really kept my eyeshadow from creasing, and it really holds it into place. Since I do have hooded eyes, and they are on the oily side, it helps to keep them from creasing and all of that stuff. I wasn't sure if I was even going to do a video today, but I decided why not. So then the next thing that I'm going to do is, and you can use concealer, but concealer does have moisture in it. So if you have like the oily eyelids and stuff, if you do use concealer, you want to go back and make sure that you kind of set it with a loose powder. And all I'm doing right here is just tapping in the primer with my fingertip. And then I'll kind of go in with a brush and just clean it up. Oh, my nail must have caught something. So let me just wipe that off. I just got my nails done the other day. And of course, when you've got long nails, they will dip into things that you don't want them dipping into. And I'm just going to take this brush right here. It's an angled liner brush. It is number 122 and it is from It. And I love their brushes. And I'm just going to kind of move this around towards the inner part of my eye where my fingernail could not quite get it. And with the eye primer, you don't have to set it with any kind of loose powder because, like I said, it's not the moisture that you would get with using concealer. I have used concealer before, and it does a good job. But like I said, the best thing is to use an eyeshadow primer. And I just put that on. And I'm just tapping it in just to keep it in to place. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. Let me find my lid for this, or else I will lose it. There we go. Okay. I try to keep my stuff in order and organized, but sometimes that doesn't happen. And the color for this that I'm using is number 4. And in the description box, I will list all the colors and everything that I used. And so all I'm going to do is just make little flick marks just to fill in those sparse areas. And I will clean this up with some concealer. Now, I was going to do my eyebrows before I started, but I figured y'all might want to see how I get them done. And don't fret, don't stress if your eyebrows don't look exactly the same, because eyebrows are meant to be sisters and not twins. Which I went about a month ago and got mine tinted, but they're so, from over plucking, she said that, you know, I would still have to fill them in a little bit, and the color is kind of fading that she did the dye with. But as you can see, I'm just doing little flicks. And then what I'm going to do is just take the other end of the brush and just kind of brush the product through. And if you hear a dog, that is my Ashley. He was throwing a fit because I've got two of mine outside, and he was barking like crazy at the back door. So I put him up, and apparently he's not too happy about it. I'm just go back in and get this. Front part one more time. And then I'm going to do the other eye. And unfortunately, because I was at Walmart, and that's where I got these new e.l.f. products, but I couldn't test the color. And so the color that I got for my foundation is a little bit on the light side. It's not a perfect match. And so what I plan on doing is I'm going to take some of my bronzer and put that down first. And then hopefully that'll help the color blend in a little bit more. Yesterday, or actually I guess it was the day before, my days are all mixed up, I mixed in my Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is a little bit too dark. I got it in, I want to say October, so I still had some of my summer tan, and it's just a little bit too dark to wear by itself. So I'm having to kind of mix, and I mixed it with the e.l.f. that I have, and it just did not come out right. And so then I'm just going to take the brush and brush it through. And if y'all hear my TV, I'm watching Shawshank. I'm waiting for the Yellowstone marathon to come back on. Yeah, I am one of the people that did not get into Yellowstone, but I've seen like all of my friends and stuff like that watching it, and I've seen a lot of good reviews, so that's why I wanted to kind of jump on the bandwagon and watch it. But it's so hard to sit down and watch a show when I've got so much to do. I know I missed a lot of it on Thursday. I took my stepdaughter to go get her hair done, which she wanted to get purple. And it came out like a really pretty, like deep burgundy, brownish purple. So I'm going to have to go to Sally's and see if they've got something to kind of help keep that color in there. This eyebrow. This is why I should have done mine before I started, because they can get to be a pain. And my OCD-ness. Okay. Alright, so eyebrows are done. I may touch them up off camera. Just to, that way I'm not wasting anybody's time. And I did, for the first time, do the dermaplane on my face, because I noticed that my makeup was not going on as smooth as I liked, especially around my jaw area. And so and you know, honestly, you can just use because they have those tinkle razors that you can use, but I did some research and it said that you can actually just use a regular razor. I threw some shaving cream on my face in the shower and shaved just like this portion of my face, and it's so super smooth. I did put some really good moisturizer on there. I used the e.l.f. hydration, and and then from there I got out and, you know, put that moisturizer all over my face. It did say to keep from using, like, anything that has hyaluronic acid for at least a day. So I held off on my Lancome that I normally use religiously. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to take this bronzer and just kind of get it on my face. And y'all, don't be scared, because it is a very dark color, but it will blend in. And I'm just taking a buff brush and putting it right here. And you can, this kind of acts as a primer as well to help cover like any discolorations that you have on your skin. And then I'm going to take the Buff and Bronzer brush and just kind of rub it in. I'm kind of looking in my big mirror behind me, just so I can see. I'm thinking about going and getting my new piercing replaced, possibly today. It just all depends on how everything goes. Didn't do anything for New Year's, but y'all see how like scary it looked when I first put it on, and now it's just kind of blended in. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm just taking what's left on the brush to begin with. And then just kind of tap, tap in there. And putting it on. But I hope everybody had a great New Year's. Like I said, mine was I was asleep before like midnight. My husband had to work, so I was asleep, like I said, before midnight. Put some of this up here. My nose. And then I'm going to take this brush and just blend it in. And then after this, I'll get started on my eyes. Kind of let this sit for a minute, sink into the skin before I get started on my eyes. And you'll see, I still, like, this bronzer's from Seint. I still use some of their products, but I am no longer an artist for them. I just decided that it just wasn't for me. I'm not a really good, like, seller, I guess you would say. Not a really good seller. So I've got this kind of in, and like during the summertime, I will use this just as like my foundation, just to give me an extra kind of like glow. And we'll just look in this mirror right here. But I do have a photo shoot coming up. January 12th, I have to go to Atlanta for Georgia Models wants me to come down and do a photo shoot with them. So I'm super, super, super excited like that. But I'm like trying to go through my clothes and figure out what all I'm going to bring. Okay, so now that I have that on there, I am going to start with my eyes. And I'm going to use, it's Colorpop, and it's called That's Taupe. And this is what it looks like. There's some really pretty colors. And so what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to deep clean my brushes today. I saw a really cool video where you can deep clean them with like olive oil and dish soap, and it doesn't harm your brushes, but it just like deep cleans them really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat brush, and this is by Eco Tools, and I'm going to go into the color Boa, and I'm just going to kind of put this all over my lid just to kind of even out the skin tone, even out the colors. Because it's just a very like sheer color. But this way I'm working with more of an even color. Let's see if I can. There we go. Well, I was trying to blow it up, but I'm still learning how to work this phone, so y'all don't hate on me about this. And I have not done my hair yet or anything. I may just leave it straight, since I'm really not going anywhere today, except for maybe Sally's, and Ulta. And I'm going to start eating healthy, doing some sit-ups, just trying to, you know, start the new year off right. And this is that same color. And like I said, I'm going all the way up over my lid and over the brow bone. And then I am going to take this fluffy brush, and this is a blending crease. It's number 105, and this is from It Cosmetics as well. And I think what I want to do is go in with this color called Pebble Beach right here, and do my crease with it, or above my crease, since I have hooded eyes. So when you have hooded eyes, you always want to go above where your natural crease is. That way the colors can be seen. And this is just like a really good transition shade. And I'm just kind of dabbing it to deposit the color. And then I'm going to go back and forth like a windshield wiper motion, so y'all can kind of see. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And I had never tried Colorpop Cosmetics until a few months ago. I had seen like reviews and stuff on it, but had never tried it. But it's really good, and it's super, super, super affordable. You don't have to spend a lot of money on cosmetics. I think I paid $14 for this one, and I got 2 other ones as well. I'll do videos on those. And as y'all see, I just deposited the color, and then I'm just going back and forth with a windshield wiper motion. So y'all see, and just kind of making sure the colors are even. And I have one of those cut crease tools that I got, but honestly, I'm not a fan of it. I don't know. Maybe I just need to practice with it more. I've used it maybe 2 or 3 times, and I don't know. I couldn't get the hang of it. So I have that. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is use, this is a Seint eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to take this pencil end right here, and I'm going to go into this color right here called Python. And I'm going to deepen, I'm going to do the outer corner and kind of deepen the crease with it. And And once again, I'm just kind of tapping the color on there. And then I'll blend it. But y'all see that color right there? It's a really soft, kind of like brown. Like I said, I'm just going kind of like for a soft, natural look today. And then I'm going to go into the socket right there with the same pencil into the brush and just kind of deepen that crease some. And then I'm going to blend all that out. I'm just going to flip this brush over and just kind of blend it. But y'all see how that color is? They just kind of blend in together. It's so pretty. It's like a gray, you know, like I said, a darker, almost has a gray tint to it. And do the outer corner on this eye. And go right into the socket to deepen it. And then just pulling that color kind of upward. And I think I'm going to try a cut crease. I haven't done one in a minute. And I'm just blending this. And grab some of that fallout. And try and get this side. Kind of point it up as well. I'm going to clean that up with some concealer. Now here comes the fun part. I'm going to use some NARS concealer. And I'm not putting it directly on. I am going to use, where's my other angled brush? I'm going to use my angled brush right here. And just get some off the applicator. Like so. And then I'm just kind of put a little bit more on there. So I'm not doing a full cut crease because I want to keep that color on the edge. So it's kind of like a middle cut crease. But when you have hooded eyes, you want to go above where your crease naturally is to create that higher crease. And I'm just kind of going getting into the end corner of my eye so y'all can see. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this color right here that's called Snake Eyes and hit all through here where the crease was at, where I cut the crease. Look at me, I'm trying, the Colorpops do not come with a mirror, so and what I'm doing is just dabbing the color over that concealer so it's got something to stick to. And I'm going to put a little bit more on there just to make it pop. And then I'm going to blend it as well. Sorry, I keep putting my mirror in the way, y'all. But I'm just packing that color on there. And then I'm going to take this fluffy brush and just kind of blend it, soften it just a little bit. Just so there's not that real harsh line. What you see with my eye open, even though I've got the hooded eye, you can still see, the sparkle. And I'm just blending this. And I'm just looking in my back mirror just so I can see a little bit better. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing to the second eye. Put some of this concealer on here. Make sure to go up. And inner. And to the side. And cut creases can be kind of tricky. You've got hooded eyes. Okay, wipe that off. And like I said, that was the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And the color is medium, in case anybody's wondering. And like I said, I'll list all of that on the description box. And then I'm going back into that same color, Snake Eyes. Just tapping it in there. And then, of course, I'll blend. I swear, my days are like all confused. I keep thinking today's Friday and it's Saturday. Like, I didn't even realize Thursday that the next day was New Year's Eve. It was like, I was kept thinking it was Saturday. I was like, what is going on here? Completely lost track of my days. Okay, so I've got that on there, and then I'm just going to take this same brush and just kind of blend it. And I promise it'll look like, you ever notice like your eye makeup looks so much better once you get your face on? Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't like how this looks. And then I'll get like the rest of my makeup done. I'm like, oh, it actually looks pretty good. I like it. And pull this over just a little bit, just so they're kind of even. And there we go. And then I'm not done. I'm going to put color underneath and everything, but I want to wait until I get my face done. So I'm going to clean this up with some concealer. And I have this e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. It's a matte finish. This is one of the new purchases that I got. Super thick. It's like a dupe to Tarte Shape. The Tarte Shape Tape. I'm just going to put that there. And there. And that's just to kind of clean up the edges from the, and I sprayed this with some setting spray so it's still kind of damp. I'm just going to take the pointed end and just kind of dab it. And go upward. And you know what? Like I said, it's only makeup. It's only makeup. It washes off. So if you don't like it, you you know what? You can wash it off. I mean, it's all about playing and discovering new things, new techniques, which I love to do. But I tell you what, it's going to be so nice when I go to my modeling shoot and they're going to take care of my hair, my makeup, everything. I'm so ready for that. And then I'm just getting a little bit of cleanup underneath here. You don't want to put a lot of concealer underneath your eyes because it will emphasize your wrinkles. If you have wrinkles underneath your eyes, you know, the older we get, the more our skin changes, our hair changes, everything changes. And then this will blend in, but y'all see how I cleaned that up, like really good. All right, so I'm going to try once again. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation, and it's 210 Natural. And like I said, it's a little light, so hopefully it'll blend in since I put the bronzer on. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to try a new technique. I'm going to try taking this Eco Tools brush and putting it on. But y'all see like how light it is? I may have to go and get another color and just mix it. And these lights are so hot. And I haven't used these brushes in like a year. I bought them and like they've just been sitting chilling. So I was like, oh, here, let me try this. And I'm going to take a beauty blender and fix any kind of streaks and stuff up. And let me see. It does look like it's going on a lot smoother with the dermaplaning. I'm not seeing all the lovely peach fuzz that us ladies get that you can't see until you go to put your makeup on and it's not sitting right. But it's definitely not as bad white as it has been. Put a little bit more so I can do my forehead. I'm so happy my dogs are being quiet. Wow, it's amazing. And if y'all stick through this whole video, I appreciate it so much. Make sure to leave a comment if there's anything y'all would like me to see. Hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I know I've been a little slack about posting videos and everything, but holidays, and then I've had bronchitis and sinusitis twice. And then I'm just wet this with some setting spray, and I'm just going to go through and tap just to kind of get rid of the foundation lines. You know, the streaks that you can get from using a foundation brush. And right there. And then I'm going to put some contour on. And let's see, what brush am I going to use for my contour? I think I'm just going to use this right here. I think this is the detail brush from Seint. And I did warm up my contour beforehand, because sometimes it does not want to go on smooth. Especially like in the cold months, it's best if you have like a cream based contour to kind of hit it with a blow dryer for like 30 seconds to warm it up. And I'm just pushing this upwards. Just to kind of create a shadow effect. And then down along the jawline. And you want to take that downwards. And if you contour your jawline, make sure to blend it in. Otherwise, you don't want to be going out with I like to put a little bit of shadow here, just to try and get rid of that little turkey gobbler, as I call it. Okay. And then put a little bit there. And then I just blend that upwards. And if you kind of like make a mistake and put like your contour like too far down, or it's just not, it's just not right, you can take like your blending sponge and then what I like to do is take some bronzer, which this is a powder bronzer that I like to use. It's from NARS, and I just kind of like to go over where the contour area is, just to add some warmth. I just take a little brush and just go like this. Then I'm going to put a little bit of blush on. And I am going to use some Seint. And I'm just going to take this little brush right here. And I'm going to go into a color called Sandstone. I'm going to kind of dip it in there. Kind of go right where the contour is, right above it. And then take the blush and bronzer. And do the same thing with this side. Oh, a little bit too far down, so I'm going to fix that. That's the thing about cream makeup. You can kind of fix it, buff it into the skin. All right. And then I'm just going to put some powder on. I have this Coty Airspun. I had seen a lot of people talking about it. So I'm going to take my little elf sponge and this is translucent extra coverage. lighten up that blush a little bit. It went on a little bit too dark. And then I'm just going to take the fluffy end of this brush, kind of swipe it off. Alright, some mascara. I'm going to do some lip gloss. This color is Mocha Twist. This is also by e.l.f. And mascara. And then this will be the completed look. I'm sorry, I did not think it was going to take this long. So I do apologize. So if y'all hung in with me this whole time, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And this is just an e.l.f. Mascara. This is e.l.f. Lash It Loud. And the color's black. And then I still have to put that eyeshadow under my eye. Probably should have done that before I did my mascara. You never want to forget to put your eyeshadow underneath your eye. Kind of helps add kind of a smoky look. Grab. What I'm going to do is take this end of the multitasker brush and I'm going to take that color Python and just go right under my lid with it. All right, y'all. So here is the finished look. Let me get this out my hair. I still have some purple in my hair from when I did purple highlights. Haven't really done anything with it, so y'all excuse the mess. But here we go. Here's the finished look. I hope y'all like it, and I will be making more videos very soon. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed New Year's Day. Bye.